Caloroga Shark Media.
Hey there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Did you see this emergency butterfly wing transplant? It was watched by millions on social media. That's right, a nature center in New York took care of a butterfly with a broken wing. A woman in Deer Park, New York, was walking along and saw this butterfly with a broken wing. She brought it to the Sweet Briar Nature Center in Smithtown. There she met Janine, who is the director of wildlife rehab. Janine doesn't have many monarch butterflies in the vivarium and wondered maybe she could find a dead one and transplant its wing onto the injured one. Sure enough, there was a dead butterfly. Now, I love going to butterfly houses. They apparently don't live long. They live like 3 weeks, so it's not like crazy sad if you were to find a dead butterfly. That's just how long they live. Janine told CBS, it was so intricate because this butterfly could fall apart if I pressed too hard. We used contact cement. We had cornstarch, a little piece of wire that we could hold the butterfly down with. The one easy part was that butterflies have no nerve endings in their upper wings. There are no blood vessels either. And it was a success. That is amazing. Meanwhile, an antique dealer who bought a stained glass window in a Scottish thrift shop for $25 says it belonged to King Robert I from the 1300s. Yeah, Richard was out there in Scotland. He saw the glass was for sale. He said it was discovered in an old house in the area which had been abandoned for years. They removed decades of grease, and they found the stained glass that depicts what is believed to be a knight with a Latin inscription around the edges, which roughly translates to Robert Bruce, King of the Scots. Richard said, I cleaned it off with a brush, then I could see it said Robert Rex Scotorum. That's when I thought, this is going to be interesting. It could be priceless if it's proven to be of that period. It's a massive historical find for Scotland. He's hoping it can go in a museum. Meanwhile, Scott was walking down the beach. He picked up what looked like a rock. Then he realized, hey, this could be a fossil. These are what are called cannonball nodules because they look like cannonballs. Sometimes they have something inside, sometimes they don't. More often they don't. He split it open with a hammer. What was inside? He said, oh, no way, look at that. That's insane. All right, what was it? Inside was a perfectly formed fossil, a 190-million-year-old fossil called Elegantosaurus. It swam in the ocean back when the dinosaurs were around. He says anybody can go out and do it and get lucky, but most will find obvious-looking ones. It's very difficult to find things when there are no obvious signs on the outside, and that's what I seem to excel at. X-ray vision. Okay. Good news for a jaguar. It was seen struggling to swim in a Brazilian river. It was rescued by authorities and taken to a clinic where it was treated for gunshot wounds. Military police and wildlife experts created an improvised flotation device. The vets found the jaguar had been shot and had bullet fragments under its skin. The jaguar underwent surgery and is now recovering and will be returned to the wild. I've got a world record for you. I've gotten bored with the people that are, every week making some ridiculous things. I'm trying to get away from that and just do world records that are more interesting, such as Dynamic Derek. Congratulations to Dynamic Derek, the tallest living donkey in the world, 5 feet 5 inches from hoof to withers. Now, Dynamic Derek lives with Bamboo, the donkey, who has the longest ears on a living donkey. Those ears are 1 foot 1 inch. They live at the Radcliffe Donkey Sanctuary. The owner of the sanctuary, Tracy, told the New York Post, no one can believe he's a donkey. They all think he's a mule because he's so big. I saw a picture of this donkey. It does look like a mule. And those are your 5 good news stories for today. You have an awesome day, you tall donkey.